Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity here. So, we are well aware of polyurethane. Comparing you all, we are very new to this business. So, I am proudly introducing our organization. It is our first delivery that we did to our customer. We are converting polyurethane into chemical which can be used for foam manufacturing again. So it is a circular transformation. So you have done lots of effort to reduce energy and contributing more for sustainability. It is a small initiative from our side, considering the impact that we are generating due to polyurethane incineration. So we started our journey in 2024 to convert polyurethane foam into polyol. It's a chemical depolymerization process. We have a proprietary technology for converting polyurethane into polyol. We can recover about 80% from the waste. So we are not only polyurethane, we are also converting other materials into chemicals. We are starting with polyurethane. We envision our organization is a chemical prepared from waste as well as biochemical prepared from agricultural waste. So our vision is clear that we create materials, valuable material from waste. So there are multiple applications that we cover now. We are into footwear, automotive foams, slab stocks, as well as rigid. We yet to cover cast polyurethane. So you people are well aware of the problem statement. Polyurethane, we are producing about 8 lakh metric tons in India alone. The post-industrial alone, it's about 10%. So we convert currently the post-industrial, we yet to reach the post-consumer, but we are open to convert any sort of waste which is free from contamination and convert into high-quality raw material. We have proven that with many validations with our existing customers. So this is our conversion process. So we take the waste from the foam manufacturer and convert into chemical. The ratio is 1:1. If they are giving 1 metric ton of waste, we will convert into 1 metric ton of chemical. This will be blended with the virgin material and then used for foam manufacturing. Throughout the process, we will do multiple validation in different scale. First, we will start with the lab scale, about 5 kg, then 100 kg, then 1 metric ton. Finally, the whole lot will be delivered to the customer. Throughout the process, we will also be assisting with our customers to understand the problem and make the process more feasible. So this is the foam rise comparison. We are not leaving the amine in the final product. So that's how we don't alter the foam rising property much. So you could see the recycled virgin polyol based foam as well as the recycled polyol based foam. It is about 10% loaded in the final product. A slight color change will be there due to oxidation, but that can be overcome by the further optimization. But I hope this will not be affecting your product aesthetics. So in this transformation, circular transformation, we do segregation, shredding, and then recycling, packaging, and supply back to the customers. So this is completely closed loop model. We don't take waste as such. We are not offering any sort of waste disposal at this moment. Currently, we have several methodologies to dispose and several alternate methods to include more sustainable raw materials. But comparing the existing handling methods, PU recycling will be the perfect solution for sustainability. Even rebonding will be an interim solution since we are consuming more raw material in rebonding. Still, that end of life is a question mark. If you are using biopolyol, we should ensure how the biopolyol will be contributing to the sustainability. If you are degrading that, since still it is not contributing to our end goal. So I would suggest comparing all methodologies, PU recycling only will be the upcycling method. So the first question will come. So it can be upcycling, whether it will be cost effective. So that question everyone will be having. Am I correct? Yes, we are giving at cost effective as a cost effective solution. If you are buying 100 metric tons, we will be restocking 10 metric tons from your waste. So the whole consumption, so the whole cost that you are spending on chemical production will be same or slightly lesser than your existing chemical cost. So in future, definitely with scale, we will be reducing cost. Our ultimate aim is to reduce the incineration and landfilling, despite rather than making money out of PU, because we have better other business to make money, because PU is a serious issue. As a chemist, as a scientist, we could see how much of carcinogens we are generating every year through incineration. So we have to understand the severity, and we have to take a call on recycling. So that's how we are reducing the cost. From our part, it's a contribution from Thal that we can reduce the cost, or we can match the cost at least the maximum level to our virgin. But it should be compared with your biopolyol in turn, because it is not even comparable with the biopolyol. Over biopolyol, we have more advantages. Even if you are using biopolyol, you have still the end of life problem, because we cannot dispose, or we cannot incinerate, we cannot biodegrade. It can be giving some solution by carbon credit production. So it is a cost-effective solution. We have proven the optimum mechanical and chemical performance. Of course, we can recover 80 to 90% from your waste material. The leftover will be further value added and recycled, used in the process. We are offering personalized recycling solution. If you are giving 5 metric tons, the 5 metric ton alone will be processed and given back to your raw material. And it's an approximate calculation. We have to yet assess further. It's about 69% lesser reduction in your carbon credit. When we have the implementation of carbon credit market, definitely this will be supporting. And through this, definitely we are reducing our virgin raw material consumption. So that is our ultimate goal. So either we have to reduce the consumption, or we have to replace with the bio content. That should be in turn used in the recycling process. That is our ultimate goal. So we have a capacity about 2,000 metric tons in Chennai, and achieved 4 segment validations. We have completed validation in rigid, footwear, slab stock, automotives. We have filed an IPR, so it's a patented process. So that's how we can meet the properties. And we have authorization to collect the waste from any part of India. So this is our rewards and recognitions. I appreciate Sandwich Panel Conference as well as IPA for giving more opportunities to promote this PU recycling, because they are the real doers and promoting more about sustainability. I thank them through this opportunity. Thank you. This last slide is really a big question mark. We are using polyurethane everywhere it is around us. It's about 6th or 7th most important plastic, but there is no recycling code. There are many scientists all over the world why there is no recycling code. It has been proven by many means it can be recycled. Universally, there is no recycling code for polyurethane. When it will happen? So that question is in mind. If you have that, we can initiate by recycling that. Thank you.
Polyurethane, it's in everything.
So it's
from
a promotional
insulation
video.
panels to footwear, furniture to automotive parts. But once discarded, it becomes a toxic burden, landfill, burnt, polluting our land, water, air and nature. In India, over 8.7 lakh tons of PU waste are generated and less than 5% is recovered. Rest are either landfilled or incinerated. At Thaalchemy Innovations, we are rewriting this story. Through patent cutting-edge depolymerization, we chemically break down PU foam, restoring it to its raw form. Our process achieves over 90% recovery efficiency, delivering high-performance resins and compounds, ready to re-enter your production cycle. For industries, this isn't just innovation, it's transformation. Up to 20% cost savings on virgin materials, guaranteed compliance with EPR, ESG, and zero liquid discharge norms, dramatic carbon footprint reduction without compromising on quality. Licensed by the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board, supported by the District Industrial Centre Kanchipuram, strategically located in Chennai. We are built for scale and built for the future. By choosing Thaalchemy, you are not just managing waste, you are turning it into value, economic, environmental and ethical. Let's Mother Earth breathe fresh again. Thaalchemy Innovations, 90% recovery, 100% responsibility. If you are interested in turning your PU waste into liquid gold, reach us.
Thank you. If you have any questions, we can have.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I have a question. So thank you, Devi. It's a very interesting presentation, and this is developing worldwide. My question is, what's the offer you are giving to the sandwich panel manufacturer today? What we were talking also, the first thing is to reuse this polyol back into production. In India, I don't know if anybody is there who is using self-formulation. So basically, everybody is buying system. So you need to also think if you can convert, and then it will be reusable for us. Yeah, that's one thing. And second thing is, how is your model to collect the waste? For example, as factories also, we have some scraps. So are you already having the logistic solutions to collect the scraps from our plants? And then it will be metal together with the foam, or you would like to just collect the PU waste? How you are giving the solution to the industry? That's my question.
I could answer the second question at this moment. The first question we need to discuss because system, if they are using means, if they are ready to adopt the risk, we are ready to support them. Like generally they are afraid to blend this material with their existing system. But we can do internally. We are also doing lots of series of tests, blendability, viscosity, foam rise, pinch time, clean time. Those parameters we can match, but still they have to support us in initial stages and all. And we are also ready to work with the chemical supplier, but that needs a tri-party agreement. So that is like we need more.
In Europe, the RPET, with PET recycled polyol, PET bottles, this is being used. It's available by all the, let's say, polyester polyol suppliers. And also we have tried these recycled polyol from PU is up to 30 to 50% of the virgin polyol can be replaced. So the question is that all the logistics challenge in this remains a big problem also in Europe. How do we separate the metal from the PU? How do we transport this economically? The whole economic viability was still under question mark of this.
Okay. So in this case, it is little our research, and then we found a solution. It may be useful if anybody is implementing PU recycling in India. So what we did is we need a compliance who can collect and segregate and shed the waste. Who has already facility like shredder, place they need to have empty space to collect the large volume of material. So
you are saying you are not ready to take the panel waste with metal. You want
logistic is the problem, right? If we shred it, we can accommodate at least 100 kgs.
Shred it in the factory, our factory, and you will collect the shredded waste. How will you? What's your proposal?
Like two ways. One is if a manufacturer is segregating and shredding, it can be loaded like 4 to 5 metric tons in 32 feet truck. It is around 10 to 13 rupees per kg. Otherwise, we are collaborating with the local plastic recycler who has authorization, facility and machineries. Then we are educating them to come and pick the material and then do segregation because they are locally available. They can do multiple truckload because 10 kilometers, 20 kilometers distance only. So they are collecting and sending us. But this is for interim only. We are also expanding through decentralized business model. So currently, to reduce the logistics cost, we are collaborating with the local plastic recycler who has already the regulations, compliances to collect and shed the waste. We need some compliances for that too. So they have a huge shredder and even compression they can do. So,
Yeah, great. Devi, I think you are given here first row.
yes, sir.
I think when my last role of Chief Sustainability Officer for Sahyadri, I think I had a great, I was just telling Harshal, challenge of couple of things in cold chain supply. One is refrigerants and other is huge volume of use of polyurethane foam panels. So you are given great relief that it can be recycled. The other gentleman from Arcelor, he presented and he gave, if you must have seen, the balancing of chemicals, and then polyol can be recycled. You are also saying polyol recycling as well as foam recycling, creating into chemicals. Then I'll keep his question apart of recipe from people like BASF. But suppose if I reuse it and create foam again, you said the color is very, but at the same time, what are the other impacts on important characteristics like fire performance?
Fire performance we can load with flame retardants. So it is not chemically we are breaking down the molecules. We are not doing anything with the fire properties, but we can top up the reagents if it is not meeting the requirement. So that is our solution. So we can do infinite times until the main polyether backbone is not degraded. We can do multiple times.
I'm raising a flag here. Mr. Deshmukh mentioned that when it becomes commodity, a product in India, we really take it quality very badly, and that's what is happening in PU industry. People are using recycled polyols from vegetable oil, and the fire performance is worst. It is burning like camphor. So that's what I wanted to bring out to notice of you as well as everyone here.
So polyurethane recycling is not that critical. We need initial permutation and combination. Definitely viscosity will be higher. But when we blend it, the viscosity definitely within the range. So, so we have, sorry. For polyurethane, it's about 100 years of chemistry that we are following up. But recycling, we are just like in the beginning stage. Definitely, it will achieve some maturity level. Up to that, some deviations will be there, but
I agree with Amit because most of the houses are buying ready-made recipes. So I think you need to talk to people and houses like Deepak, BSF buyer, okay, and come out with a good solution. Hello. It's really relieving that we can recycle. Thank you.
yes, thank you.
Let me answer some of the questions. Okay. It is not that BSF or being any system house is not ready to supply. The challenge which comes in India is the scalability. I still remember when I took over appliance 6 years back, so probably this topic I took with all the appliance customers. Okay. And probably their scales of production is probably 5 times more than what the one single panel plant produces as of now. Yes, yes, okay. Even at that time, the kind of scrap they generated have no substantial volume to proceed such kind of project. And if you look at the panel, the most important in how you are going to segregate, because which is PUR, which is PIR. It has to be because two different chemistry, and whenever we're going to add it, it has to be very separated. So as of now, at education level, probably we need a long way. Even if Europeans are struggling, So you can imagine what, as India level, we can, how far away. Even at that time, I try to educate our furniture customer, but they are more happy to produce bonded. Correct? Because for them,
No, according to me, I'm getting segregated waste. I'm getting 100% cooperation from our customers. That knowledge is there because they are also holding that highly inflammable liquid.
We know our recipe, right? So we can collect from our manufacturer. Imagine, for example, we are right now putting up a plant in Germany, exactly this with RAM, right? And we will convert them into polyol. So what is our model? Our model is that we have 5 plants in the radius of 300 kilometers, and we know the recipe. We are using cell formulation there. So it's all PIR, and we know the recipe. So like this, it is easy for us to recycle and master the recipe, and then also taking the polyol produced back into production. So the question in Europe today is not about technology. This technology is developed. Also not only polyol, but also going back to amine is being developed by Covestro and Kingspan. So these all will be developed. The question remains in the whole is the logistics, the business model, who is going to do it? Is there a third party going to emerge as a profit center like you are trying to do? Either BSF or Covestro, Dow, they will be able to supply this in the form of system. They are not even supplying today polyester polyol. They want to supply system. So or us like manufacturers, like imagine if tomorrow we will have 10 lines in the radius of 500 kilometers. We can put up a recycling plant. And just by having 3-4% of our waste from our plant, we can produce 5,000 tons of polyol. So we can reduce our cost. We'll be self-sustaining and producing the polyol. So this remains a big topic today in Europe also. So I think technology is there more about the business model, which is not yet very clear. I told you there is a company called Insus, Netherlands, which has come a very good 65 million euro investment. They have put up exactly the plant producing this, but they go further. They produce themselves now the board, and they supply them. They are becoming the insulation material provider, not only recycling, but also then producing the boards and selling in the market.
No,
this kind of
actually that is deviating our business model, because what I would suggest is we have to strictly align with our business model. But I
need to sit with you separately, not in this forum. We need to understand and then.
No, that we don't want to convert as a foam manufacturer.
This is very important for this entire hall. Let's spend 2 minutes more. Very important. I'm again telling. We had Deepak, I think Saradaji talking about sustainability goals. Deepak and all talking about, I think I said 2030, 2040, 50, and scope 1, scope 2, scope 3. You must have noted. Understand one thing. When I can take the name, because in good faith and for good reasons, when Unilever posted these challenges to us as Sahyadri Farm, as their processor for tomatoes, for the brand of Kisan, that put across this challenge of 2037. As India, as country, we're talking about 2070. Our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, has accepted net zero 2070. Our clients are forcing us to accept challenges well before time. If you want to survive in international market, now scope 1, scope 2, very easy to talk. Scope 3, I think very good analysis done by Mr. Sarda, showing you the quantum pre-treatment and or pre-manufacturing and post-manufacturing. Understand again one thing, they will come to your doors to ask these questions. And if you are not ready with answers, they will find substitute. Once again, import will be initiated. Because if you know the story, couple of years back, Apple has accepted challenge of 2030. It's one of the most aggressive carbon neutrality challenge in entire world. And that's why they are on the top of business. So it's not your choice. So we are coming as an association in good time. And like you said, I think we have to solve as an aggregation basis. We have to find solution, Deepak, for identifying PIR, PUR. I think physical methods are there, but then we can work on problems as association, as stakeholders, and we have to answer this. Otherwise, our business is at stake. Please take it seriously. I think in your presentation, you are saying scope 1, scope 2, scope 3.1. So I think we take it lightly. We have to all as a community take it very seriously. And good that this subject has been, but there's relief. And like you said, if there are other things, we have to answer these questions. I was just talking to Harshal. They're doing RefCold next year, November. We'll have a separate session on sustainability and sandwich panel, because these two components in our business, wherever we are selling, they are going to ask you today or tomorrow. And we need to be ready for that. Thank you.
So one question I want to answer. Who will be the real recycler? Because you are a manufacturer. For your case, maybe the volume is high. But I see many of our customers are making about 50 metric tons per annum. How do they set up a plant? They'll set up a plant for chemical recycling. It's a really risky process. As you know already, you are executing. They cannot afford the risk. It will be deviating from the business model as well as the compliances. They have to take extra compliances. But in the case of any chemical supplier, they have already bigger market, but polyurethane recycling is a smaller market to them. That too, I am buying from multiple customer, like multiple supplier I have. So if they come into the picture of recycling, they have to take the accountability of their competitors' waste as well. Because segregation, maybe PIR, PUR can be done by some technologies are available. But segregation by this chemical supplier wise, it is not possible. So we are ready to collaborate. You know, our main objective is that polyurethane should not be incinerated, because it is killing us. So somehow we got some idea to start this. It is going spontaneously. You know, we have other opportunities also to do the business, but polyurethane is dragging us because every day I'm getting how much is burnt, how much is.
Europe, the EV manufacturers in Europe, just to close this subject, I think we can take it separately. EV manufacturers have come up with good business models. So problems are there, and we need to address through various solutions. We cannot just say कि you are X, Y, ये ऐसे नहीं होगा. ये कहीं ना कहीं तो ये धागे में बांधना पड़ेगा. Otherwise, I am telling you straightforward, business risk है. We will lose the business. Somebody else will do in some other countries, and they will get business. There are technologies, there are business processes, there are challenges, and European EV manufacturers have got very good solutions on aggregation. Aggregation is the answer. Somebody will venture money, वो अलग बात है, but then we have to sit in a closed room and discuss. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.